We decided to live the RV life mostly for mental health issues, to be happier. Scout had a riding accident, at about the age of 8. Kids changed, friendships changed, and the combination of all of that led her to have some pretty significant anxiety and depression. I'm a retired firefighter and was involved in rescue work for my entire adult life and probably have a lot of PTSD from that, and we both just needed a change. So we sold all our possessions. We had a small rescue farm on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We purchased our truck, a truck camper, and a horse trailer. We at the time had a small enough amount of horses so that we could take everyone with us. And we've been seeing America by horseback ever since August of 2019.
How I learn is called unschooling. It is learning experientially. So I go out into the world and I learn about the culture where we are, the history, the geology, pretty much any learning there is in the area that we're in.
We've been unschooling Scout since she was born, really. It works perfectly with a life of travel. We traveled around the world for about 4 years off and on. So for the past 4 years, she's been learning based on where we are. We have no agenda. Every single day, everybody learns. And from whatever opportunity presents itself, we learn from that. We'll do research on things. We'll come up with questions and look it up. And Scout will post about it and talk about it on her social media, Scout's Trail. And so now people are following along and learning with her.
Learning on the road it's really fun because I get to experience multiple things at once most of the time. And I think it's just a really great experience. I've always loved telling stories and making up fantasy worlds. About 4 years ago, I took an online class on how to write a book and had the option to publish it. And I just recently got it published for real. And it has just been a great experience. I love, like I said, making up books and stories, and we're actually working on another one at the moment. We have met amazing people since we've been on the road. Even though we travel around, we have developed a huge circle of fantastic people that we've been able to ride with and make friends with, and we love going back to meet them and see them again.
What's the name of your social media?
I have a Facebook, Instagram, and a YouTube channel that we're working on called Scout's Trail. On Facebook, we have a very detailed photographic journal that people can follow along from their couch like they're actually there. On Instagram, it's more, you get an inside look of what our more day-to-day life is, of inside our camper and repairing things and all that fun stuff.
Part of the beauty of our lifestyle is we don't make plans. We are nomadic and we follow opportunities and we follow the weather. And it also helps with initially anxiety. Scout had a lot of anxiety, which she's completely conquered now. But when we don't have plans, then you don't have anxiety when things don't go a certain way. So on the list of things we're doing, one is we're searching for a place where we might like to have a small piece of property, because we do have found that because we travel constantly, we're always moving, that we would like to have a place we can just go sit, whether it's we just want to stop for a couple months or there's another pandemic and everyone gets locked down. Whatever the reason is, we both would really like to have a spot, though we never want to stop traveling. We are writing more books. Scout has a second book already written. We're working on a travel book together. We are also talking about starting a TV pilot, a show that would feature Scout and how she travels, where she travels, and the unschooling that she gets in each location. So lots of plans in the works, and we just don't put dates on any of them. We just move through our day and move through our year organically as life presents itself to us.
This is Dakota, or Coda. Dakota means friend to all in Lakota. She is a almost 19-year-old
Dakota is better suited because she's so slow and methodical, and so we basically just traded mounts. And Joker also has lived up to his name by encouraging Scout to stop being scared. As you can see, he does funny things. And anytime Scout started to cry or get nervous when she was riding him, he would do something like what he's doing right now, and it would make her giggle. And we thought it was an accident at first, but he actually did it 100% of the time. It was very deliberate.
This is Puck. He is a 4-year-old Portuguese Podengo. We got him when he was 8 weeks old from a shelter. He was a puppy mill dog, and he is now our trail dog. He has been a great fit for the family and is always ready to help us. He knows that horses and hikers have the right of way when it comes to motorized vehicles and bikers. Whenever there is a biker hiker coming at us, he won't be aggressive, but he'll just sit in the middle of the trail and make them stop so we can pass them.
This is Kaya. When we first started our journey, Kaya stayed in the camper. She was rescued from a Puerto Rican puppy mill. She was a breeder and ended up in an animal shelter in Massachusetts. So we didn't really think she was much more than a lap dog, but one day, because our ride was going to be so long, we decided to take her with us. And so she has been riding in the saddle ever since. She loves it. Last year she rode over 1,200 miles this way. She wears a safety harness and she's hooked into me. She can walk, trot, lope, jump, ride out a buck, and just lies here like a rag doll. And now she does not miss an adventure. Her whole life has changed.
This is Hedawudi or Woody. It means mother warrior spirit. She was a brood mare, which means she always had her babies taken away from her and she was heavily abused. We got her when she was approximately 25 years old, 5 years ago. She was so horrified of people and anything, if you even looked at her butt, she would start quivering. Now she rides the trails at Liberty. Sometimes she will carry a rider, but most of the time she's just running along like she is now. She's currently 30 years old, and she is definitely a great addition to our family. We believe that she is a Pony of America or POA Appaloosa.
So, of course, everything's not always perfect. There's difficulties involved in this kind of life. But no matter what kind of life you have, there's going to be difficulties. I guess the greatest difficulty is keeping 7 heartbeats and 3 pieces of machinery all working and healthy at the same time, which is a rare day that happens. So either part of our rig breaks down, or one of us is sick, or one of us is injured. But somehow there always seems to be someone or someplace that helps us, and we're right where we belong, and we can stay as long as we need to get it resolved. That's really the biggest difficulty. Having the freedom to just move and go and be where we feel is right is actually what makes us feel safe. And we have never been happier. It only took about 3 weeks of being on the road full time for Scout and I to both go from being sad and depressed to being happy, and we've only gotten better every day.